Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is a vlog of my very exciting trip to Toronto. I was lucky and honored to be invited by Wonder Pens to visit their store and host my very own, actually host 6 workshops and 2 pop-up events over the course of 3 days. Just to quickly preface, thank you to everyone who stopped by the pop-up, who attended my workshops, who sent me virtual support, and of course to the Wonder Pens team who made me feel like I was part of the Wonder Pens family. I'm just the luckiest person ever. Anyways, on with the video. If you didn't know, I live in British Columbia and I decided to take a red-eye flight on Wednesday and I landed in Toronto on Thursday. Also, if you didn't know, I went to the University of Toronto and I graduated 2 years ago, but I haven't been back to Toronto since then. So I was actually very, very excited just to have the opportunity to go back to Toronto, and it was a very nostalgic feeling. I felt like I was leaving my family to go back to university or something. Anyways, I just did a little bit of journaling and also work at the airport before my flight.
Ceci est l'annonce de l'embarquement pour le vol Air Canada.
It was like 7 in the morning and my Airbnb wasn't ready then, so I actually Ubered straight from the airport to Wonder Pens. This was also the first time I have ever seen my products in a physical store, and it was definitely a surreal moment.
You also have a sister?
Yes, she is a pharmacist.
I love it.
It's very hard to work with chalk. Oh my gosh. I then hopped straight into doing some prep work for the workshops and pop-up. Here I'm putting 4 sticker sheets per cello bag. I could have done this beforehand, but it takes up a lot more space in the suitcase, so I just arranged it in 4s and I am just like counting off 4 at a time. I also wrapped a bunch of random washi samples. These were going in the little goodie bags for each of the workshop attendees. After getting some prep work done, I decided to leave my luggage at Wonder Pens and go to a cafe to first get caffeinated because I was desperate, and also just get some work and journaling done. This place is called Annex Espresso Bar, and I actually used to study here all the time, so again, this was very nostalgic. For a little bit of context, I hosted 6 workshops. 3 of them were daily journaling workshops, and the other 3 were doodling and lettering workshops. It was 20 students per class, so that's 120 students total. And then I also did 2 pop-ups that were open to the public, but I would say technically 3-ish because on Monday, even though the store is closed for the public, anyone who attended the workshops could still access the pop-up. I have never hosted a workshop nor taught anything in my life. I'm also terrible at public speaking and I have extreme anxiety, like literally general anxiety, social anxiety, any form of anxiety, I have it. So yeah, I was very nervous. After getting some work done, I decided to walk over to Whole Foods and pick up some essentials for the next few days, as well as my lunch/dinner. Okay, it is currently 3:40 and I just made it to my Airbnb. This is my little room for the next few days. I'm gonna have some lunch, get some work done, and for dinner I will be meeting up with John and Liz, which I'm really excited about. I just finished lunch and I'm gonna work on writing the postcards for a little bit. I have 120 here. I'm gonna letter in each of the participants' name on the postcard. By the way, I'm sharing this Airbnb with a few other people, so that's why I am being a little bit quiet. You can see here that I drew little emojis in the Wonder Pen store, and I think it is so whimsical. I actually had this idea to letter the attendees' names on the postcard very last minute, so that is why I'm doing it last minute. Okay, so the reason why this is taking so long is because I decided to go back and add everyone's last names with a marker. I'm not going to show the last name just for privacy reasons. Lauren, she is one of my best planner friends, so I don't think she minds that I show it, but yeah, this is how I'm adding the last names, just rotating between different colors. In the evening, John and Liz, they own Wonder Pens. They invited me out for dinner, so while I was waiting for dinner time, I was making my outline for the workshop. I have been working on the outline for the class. This is basically a backup for me just in case I get a brain fart. I can quickly refer to what I need to talk about next. The red bullet points are like the topics and points that I want to make, and then this arrow and blue is basically actions that I need to take, like demos, practice, etc. I have to leave though, so I'm gonna finish this later. Okay everyone, I just got back from dinner and it was so lovely meeting John, Liz, and the 3 kids. I'm gonna work on the outline for a bit and then I'm gonna shower and I might do a little bit of painting. I brought my traveler's notebook, which has watercolor pages inside, and I also brought my micro palette, so we will see if I have time to paint. I do have some emails and notifications to look through though, so a little bit of work first. Okay, so I just checked emails to make sure there's nothing super pressing happening, and I think I'm gonna walk to Italy now. It's about a 50-minute walk, so quite a long ways to go. So Friday was my fully free day. I decided to walk to Italy, and if you have watched my Toronto vlogs back when I went to U of T, you probably know that I used to always study at Italy as well. So again, this was very nostalgic. I just got a nice cup of coffee and got through some emails. I also bought a bunch of gifts for my friends and family, and also some cookies for the workshop snack breaks. I just came back from my little outing and gonna have some lunch, then I'm gonna head over to Wonder Pens to finish off some prep work. For tonight, I will be having dinner with a friend and I need to practice for the workshop. I also have some other business stuff to do, so it's a pretty packed day. Just got back from meeting up with a friend and I'm gonna practice my workshop again, and then I'm gonna go for a run. I think it'll be a nice way to clear my head a little bit. It is currently 11:50 and I think I'm gonna head to bed now. I just finished tabbing up all of my planners with examples for the workshop. The workshop starts at 9:30 tomorrow and I definitely want to, get there before 9:30, so good night. Good morning, everyone. I just got ready. It is currently 7 o'clock. I'm gonna admit I have a terrible stomach ache right now and it is not the best day to be not feeling so well, but I think I will be okay. I think I will search up for a coffee shop that is open nearby and grab a coffee and just kind of clear my mind a bit. I went to Magico Coffee, which I have never been to before. This coffee was really, really good, and I didn't eat the croissant until after the workshop, so very late at night, and despite it being cold and sitting out all day, it was so delicious. Anyways, I just got some work done and made further adjustments to my outline. Okay, I am running a little late. It is 8:29 and I'm supposed to leave at 8:30. Okay, I have my tote bag. I have a little gift of candy for Lauren, and then I have all of my planners in here. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Okay. Oh, is this chalk ink? Oh, that is so bad. Okay, fingers crossed.
It's nice to buy it.
It's okay. So I did my first doodling workshop in the morning, and then I went into setting up for the pop-up. This was day one, so it was a little bit chaotic because nothing was set up at this point. I did a bunch of last-minute labeling, and I didn't have price tags for the pen loops, so I lettered in my own, but as you can see, I made a bunch of mistakes. Overall, I love how the table turned out, and I just quickly ate something before conducting my evening workshop, which was the daily journaling one. I just got home. It is currently 9:05 and this is my dinner. I have 2 ᴑ괜ᴜ and another little salmon plate from Whole Foods, which is the exact same thing I had yesterday. If you haven't picked up on it already, I am a very routine-based person. So if I find something that I decently like, I will have it every single day. As a recap, we did the workshop from 9:30 to 11:30. Then from 2 to 6, we did the pop-up. And then from 6:30 to 8:30, we did the second workshop. And I have to do that again tomorrow. And then on Monday, I have 2 more workshops. So right now, I don't know why there's a fork in my water. Anyways, I think the first doodling workshop went really well. And the second workshop, which was about daily journaling in the evening, which we just wrapped up, I honestly feel like I didn't do as well as I hoped. And currently, I'm feeling very guilty to everyone who attended because I'm not sure if I delivered something that was worth the price tag. And everyone has been so reassuring, but it doesn't matter because I feel like I didn't do a very good job. So for the rest of tonight, I'm first gonna relax a bit, then I'm going to respond to emails and all of that, take care of business, and then I'm gonna practice more for tomorrow. I think the doodling workshop went really well because I am very comfortable with art and doodling, so I was very much in my element. So yeah, thank you to everyone who attended my workshops and also the pop-up. I hope it was a good time, and I hope to also improve for the next few days. I'm feeling a little bit calmer today, but I definitely still have some changes that I want to make to my workshop because of what I said yesterday about not being too satisfied with how the daily journaling one went. I'm gonna go to Manic Coffee. I think that's a place that I went yesterday. They don't have Wi-Fi, but that coffee and croissant was really, really good, and I want another one, so we're gonna go. I just got some journaling done, and oh yeah, you can see that I got an iced Americano. And it was because for some reason on this day, they were blasting a heater in the cafe, which I have no idea why. Normally I run very cold, like sometimes I wear sweaters in the summer, but for some reason, like everyone else seemed perfectly fine with it, but I was sweating. Anyways, I'm not too sure what that was about. Okay, hi everyone. Because we already did the pop-up yesterday and everything's pretty much set up, I decided to come home for a bit in between because I'm honestly feeling a little bit dizzy, so I think I just need to simmer down a little bit. I also left my packed lunch at Wonderpen's, and I think I should eat beforehand, so I just ordered something on Uber Eats and it should be here in about 15 minutes, so yes, in the meantime, I want to fill out my journal a little bit and probably catch up on social media because I have really been neglecting it. Oh, the doodling workshop this morning went really well. I think slightly better than yesterday, just because I had more practice. And now I want to practice a little bit more for the journaling one and make a few changes just to have it flow better than yesterday. Same as day one, I did my morning workshop, pop-up, and then my evening session. After finishing up the evening session, my friend and I grabbed some dinner next door. I overslept by an hour and a half, which is okay because the workshops today are from 3 to 5 and from 6 to 8, so I have time. I am so behind on emails, but I will get to that at some point. And yes, my voice is starting to get hoarse again, but I think I should be able to make it through today's workshops. I'm having so much fun conducting these workshops. I'm not a natural public speaker, but I think especially when I'm talking about doodling and art, I'm just really in my element and I get very excited to share some of my tips. So thank you for being there to listen to me. So yeah, anyways, I'll get going. On Monday, I did some shopping for friends and family, and then I met up with Lauren finally for coffee at Agenda Cafe, and we talked for a very long time, and it was just like chatting with an old friend. I then went back to Wonderpen's to do an interview and then finished off the workshops. Thank you so much again for all of your support, whether it was through the internet or if you actually stopped by. It was an absolute honor. And again, to the Wonderpen's team who made me feel like I was part of their family. Okay, I hope you had fun watching and have a wonderful day. Take care.